is the skirt. The side seams have been sewn. You're looking at the skirt right sides up. In there you can see where I've folded in the inch that we added onto the center front. Inside there is the interfaced area. I have red interfacing, so that's ready to go, and this is where the zipper is going to go, in between there. At this point I have my waistband extended, and I've marked with chalk the quarters. So I've divided the waistband into quarters. The waistband on the extremes have also been folded the inch in, and that's the interfaced area of the waistband. And I'm going to do a partial insertion of the waistband. You're going to put it in like normal. You're going to fold that wrong sides together, go stretching out the waistband as you're attaching it to the skirt, but I'm not going to go up to the center. I'm going to stop around there, so about 3 inches in from the side seams, and then this bit will be left open because it needs to be able to insert the zipper, and then the waistband is going to be closed off at a later step. We are seeing at one of the sides of the waistband here, any side. So the first thing I did was sew the waistband to the skirt, just a one extreme, 3/8 seam allowance. You can see that right there, there's a seam, and I only sewed that for about 3 inches in. That's it, and I just used a straight stitch. I did that on both sides. Then I went to attach my waistband, and as I said, I was going to only attach it partially. So you can see it's been serged, and I've used a zigzag stitch to sew that on partially from the side seam that you're seeing inwards about 3 inches. So I have a hole there. I have a flappy bit there, but I'm going to need that to be there. So I'm going to flip the skirt to the other side. Okay, so we're looking at the right side there. You can see the seam where I've attached part of the waistband to the skirt there. And you can see the press line that is marked there and on the waistband at 1 inch. This is going to be folded there. And the zipper is going to go just tucked in behind there, like that. Now, I want the zipper to be tucked inside the waistband. Here's my zipper facing up towards the right side. I flip it around so the right side of the zipper is touching the right side of the skirt, and there's a little mark there on the edge of the zipper. It's about 1/4 inch. So that 1/4 inch of the zipper there, you can see, is gonna match my press line here. And this is how I'm going to attach the zipper when I sew. So I have to do that for the length of the front of the skirt. Just pin all the way down, 1/4 inch there from the outside of the zipper in, and then catching the press mark there. So the waistband here is going to fold over and sandwich the zipper in there. So the zipper needs to be at the correct length, and where the zipper stops, it needs to be at the half of the waistband. So when I fold this, I have that 1 centimeter seam allowance there, and on this side it has to also match there. As you can see, those 2 little flappy bits match. Just gonna put a pin to secure that. But my zipper inside here has to hit at the correct length, and I'm going to baste this. I'm going to catch the zipper there at the 1/4 inch of the zipper, matching the press seam I have of the waistband, and I'm going to do that and then show you. I've pinned the whole extension of the zipper. That pin there is marking the middle of the waistband. When I fold it, you know, over the zipper, my zipper is way too long. I need to trim it at about there. I'm going to be using pliers for that, but if you have the right length, then you don't need to worry. That is pinned at the 1/4 inch seam allowance from the zipper in, and that is matching my press from the other side at 1 inch. At the bottom there is the zipper up to there. This is the right side, so you bring the right side over, right sides there, and then you can see the interfacing right there. That is also going to be sewn in at the 1/4 inch seam allowance there from the zipper, and the mark line there. When this is sewn and you flip it, you're going to have a really clean finish there at the bottom of the skirt like that. And then you can carry on and do your hem as you wish. I'm going to go ahead and trim my zipper, sew this on, and then I'm never actually going to separate the zipper. Okay, I have sewn that with the machine. You can see my red stitch line there, and you can probably see it on the zipper too because I sewed everything with red. So the waistband comes over, folds on top and sandwiches the zipper in there. When I flip this right sides out, this is how it's going to look. See the zipper there, really nice and neat. It's inside the waistband. It's going to be really comfortable to wear, and it's a really clean finish. At the bottom, you can see the stitching line there too. Also, the hem is folded up over the zipper, sandwiching it. And when you flip it, it's going to look like that. Super neat, super clean. And now I repeat the process on the other side. I've never separated the zipper. It's always together. And I really have to be careful to match that seam there for the waistband to meet the same exact place there, so it looks really nice and neat. I've pinned the other side of the waistband, as you can see, the same process as the other side. I was super careful to match, and now it's just pinned, but if I turn it the right side out, like that, on this side, you can see that the seams match there, and that's what I wanted. I just need to do this straight stitch all the way down to the hem, the same process, and then the zipper is basically done. This is how it's looking so far. So we need to finish the waistband. Look at this. Remember, the waistband was sewn partially to the skirt for about 3 inches. You can see the stitch line finishes there, and then we have this hole. And then we'd sewn the waistband partially from the side seam in there, about 3 inches. And so all I need to do now is just put this together. That one was serged, that area here was serged prior to sewing on the waistband. So just this little bit here, about 4 inches in, I'd serged that before actually putting on the waistband. So now I just have to put this together, stretch it out, and just pin this and finish sewing it. So I've pinned it there, and now I'm going to start where I stopped there with my little zigzag stitch, continue until there sort of thing, just before there. I don't want to go over the bulk, and then I'm going to start from there as well and serge that together and just finish this. Now I don't need to go all the way over there at all, because on the other side that's already sewn, as you can see. So that's it. Pin that little area, sew the zigzag stitch, finish serging, and the waistband will be finished and closed. And do that like on both sides. The skirt's done, looks very tidy, very neat. Everything's finished really nicely. You can see the hem there, it's very nice clean finish, zipper enclosed in there, and it's exactly the same for the top. You can see where I finished sewing the waistband up to there before the bulky area, and then the rest had been sewn in there before.